welcome to AI and the Church. This is episode 1 of a really fun project we're going to be doing here at Subsplash over the next few months, where we're going to be talking about the topic that is on everybody's mind, and that is AI. What does AI mean for the church? What does it mean for ministry? What does it mean for discipleship? And I'm really excited because I'm going to be hosting some conversations with some friends, some theologians, some pastors, some innovators, some technologists, some church builders. Honestly, not because we think we need another hot take on AI, but we need to be talking about this in real time. And so I'm going to talk to some brilliant friends and just going to have some conversations about what does ministry look like in the age of AI? How should we be thinking about it? How should we be applying it? And what is it going to look like just over the next 3 or 4 or 5 years as this technology really continues to grow at an overwhelmingly fast pace? So quick background on me. A few years ago, I built a tool called Pulpit AI, which was the first AI tool to the market for pastors and church teams. And the idea, honestly, was simple. As a church planter, I was just going, hey, listen, I spend a bunch of time every single week preaching a sermon, and then I leave that Sunday, and most of the time that sermon does nothing that next week. And so we just started asking the question, what would it look like if we could use AI to multiply the sermon and turn it into things like devotionals for our church members to interact with throughout the week, discussion guides, social media posts, you name it. And so we launched Pulpit AI, and it was honestly a crazy experience. We went totally viral on Twitter, and the response was mixed. We got quite a bit of comments. Here's some of the actual comments we got. AIs are demons, do not trust them. Someone said, pretty sure this idea is satanic, but hey, neat computer games. And one of my personal favorites was, I hope your company goes under. And these weren't like internet trolls, right? These were pastors, seminary professors. And again, this was the summer of 2023. And since then, man, a lot has changed. We were able to be so blessed to join up with Subsplash, who is building the ultimate engagement platform for the local church, been around over 20 years, and is just, in my opinion, the absolute best tool and solution for all of your church technology needs. But since then, over 300,000 sermons have been uploaded to Pulpit AI. We've got about 5,000 churches using it every single week, and it has just been a really crazy journey. And so we just want to unpack some of the things that we've learned over the years and some of the people that we've been talking to and getting their perspective on what it looks like to implement AI in ministry. But here's the crazy part. In the summer of 2023, the sentiment was totally different than it is now in 2026. So in the summer of 2023, just 1 in 4 pastors said that the church should reject AI outright. Okay, so 1 in 4 pastors in 2023 used to say that the church should reject AI outright. Now, 9 out of 10 support it. All right, daily use among pastors of AI went from 13% to 43%. Okay, so the whiplash from this is demonic and satanic to I use it every morning is honestly why this conversational series exists. So when we think about AI and how our faith and our theology shapes how we think about AI, the reality is here at Subsplash, as we think about this and as we build tools to serve the church, we are honestly always praying and seeking God for what does the church need now? How do we help come alongside the churches we serve and make disciples? And for us, everything really just starts with the Imago Dei, right? We are not valuable because of what we produce, right? So that means that AI taking over tasks doesn't threaten our worth. It doesn't hold our worth because it never held our worth, right? And so here's my here's kind of my core conviction. AI is a mirror. It's not a villain, right? It amplifies whatever we bring to it, right? So if we bring to it shallow, then you get shallow at scale, right? If you bring wisdom to it, then you bring wisdom at scale. So the question isn't necessarily is the tool good or bad? It's really what does the tool find when it looks at us? Okay, so that's kind of how we are thinking about it from the beginning of this series. So let's talk about where we are now, honestly. Okay, so one thing I want us to really understand is faster than anything else in history is honestly how quickly AI is growing, right? Facebook, if you think about it this way, took 4.5 years to reach 100 million users. ChatGPT did that in about 2 months. Here's a crazy number, and it's a stat that I think we're going to talk a lot about in this conversational series, and that's this. Nearly 1 in 3 adults now say that spiritual advice from AI is as trustworthy as advice from a pastor. Okay, among Gen Z and millennials, that number is 2 and 5. So that means that millennials and Gen Z in your church, 2 out of 5 of them are saying, hey, I can talk to AI about the same things that I talk to my pastor about. So what we have to come to terms with is that AI is quite literally becoming the interface between people and honestly, almost everything, right? And that's including their spiritual lives. And so whether the church shows up or not, there's an interface that our people are interacting with every single day that is forming them. And it looks like this, right? So you can kind of like a little picture for you. So a teenager asks AI about anxiety. Okay, the answer sounds authoritative. It sounds Christian-ish even. But if you break it down, that result that they get, it really is like 60% therapeutic language, 30% positive thinking, 10% scripture. And so this person just thinks they learned Christian theology around anxiety, right? But what they really learned was the most statistically average thing that people say when they quote the Bible online about anxiety. And this person cannot tell the difference. And so we see this differently. Like here's how Subsplash thinks about it, right? Most AI companies want to generate content for you, right? And we think that that's backwards. We think that in this case, the pastor's voice is the input, right? AI is the multiplier. It's extracting. It's not generating. Because the reality is when information gets commoditized, we just believe that presence becomes the premium, right? So if AI can give everybody instant answers and a confident voice around the clock, what a pastor and a church leader can only do is give presence. It's the thing that the AI cannot do and never will be able to do. They can give them a sermon that costs them something to preach. They can administer the sacraments. They can pray for people. They can counsel people. And so we want to build for those people. One big thing that people are saying is this idea of depersonalization, right? Some leaders say, man, AI depersonalizes ministry. And here's the deal. Like, I think that in some ways they're right to worry, right? Let me give you a real example. Small group leader uses AI to text the people that they're shepherding and lets that AI write their prayers, that they send to their small group throughout the week. So yeah, the thing that was supposed to be human just got outsourced to AI, right? And so we kind of think of it this way. AI can carry the message, but it can't be the messenger, right? So things like administration, preparation, multiplication, 100% yes. Things like presence, prayer, sacraments, proclamation, that's yours. That has always been yours as the church leader. And so that really is who we want to host this conversation series for, to go, hey, how as a pastor and a church leader can you continue to just be more human and be more present and be exactly the thing that God has called you to be in the age of AI? Why are we doing this conversation series? We really think about it like this. AI isn't a software trend, right? It's a civilizational trend, right? It's a civilizational shift, right? It's the biggest in our mind since the printing press. Okay. And so we're doing this series because we think pastors deserve better than just fear on one side and hype on the other. We don't want to adopt this technology uncritically, but we also don't want to completely refuse it out of worry or fear. And so who is this for? It's for pastors. It's for church leaders. It's for ministry staff, church staff, anybody shepherding and pastoring people in an AI world. And so if you're on the fence even about whether AI is relevant to your ministry, I'd say this: it's already in your ministry, right? It walked in with your congregation. Your staff and team are very likely already using it too, right? And so the question becomes whether or not we will shepherd our people through this, or are we going to help them, or are we going to kind of leave them to figure it out themselves? One thing that we want you to walk away believing and being reminded of is this moment is not a threat to the church. It is not a threat to the calling of the pastor. We believe it's a spotlight on it. AI doesn't make the pastor less valuable. It actually, to us, what clarifies what makes the pastor irreplaceable. And so practically, we want you to walk away with a plan, even a simple one. Know what AI tools run free in your church staff, what it assists with, and what it never touches. And so these are all the things that we're going to talk about with some incredible contributors. So hey, thanks for being there. Make sure and like this video, subscribe to whatever channel or platform you're listening or watching this on. Follow us on social media at Subsplash and at Pulpit AI. And we've got an incredible season ahead. We're going to talk to some really amazing, smart people, and we are really excited about it. So we will see you in the next episode.